say that the press in the United States is sort of the fourth wall. It's a pillar of democracy. The press is a pillar of democracy. It is a basic building block of democracy. It is a basic function of freedom. And therefore, that is why we spend so much time and energy supporting journalists just like you in the audience, training journalists, engaging in capacity building, doing this fact-checking all over Bangladesh, media literacy all over Bangladesh, is because we care about journalists. We care about the work you do because it is so important. It is so important. So again, in closing, thanks again for all you do. Thanks for reporting. Sort of last week, we talked about the link between freedom and prosperity with the Freedom Index and the Prosperity Index. And so that also goes to transparency and accountability. The freer a country is, the chances are the more prosperous it is. And if you look at that data, there is no country that is not free that is prosperous. That is not a mistake. That is not a data error. That is because when you have more freedoms of opinions, when you have diversity of opinions, when you have diversity in general, it leads to a better result. This has, been studied long time ago. And this is something we promote even within the State Department, that when we build our teams, we try to build diverse teams to make sure that we're understanding all the different views, all the different opinions, so we can make the best decision. Because diversity helps. Diversity gives a better product. Freedom leads to more prosperity on average, according to the data. And I really encourage all of you who haven't seen the data from the Atlantic Council to really look at that Freedom Index, to really look at that Prosperous Index, because it's very telling. And I think it goes to the heart of what Muqtada was saying about transparency. We do talk to the government, of course, about media freedom. It's something we're concerned about. Our human rights report is coming out in a couple of days. It will be announced by the Secretary of State on the 22nd. And so, I encourage everyone to read that report, to read the human rights report. There will be a Bangla version, but it'll be in a few weeks probably. But there will be a Bangla version. The English version, will be coming out. So that is one tool that we use, maybe to indirectly speak to governments, is about, the human rights report. And we do this for every country in the world. This is not just Bangladesh. Every country we do. We are the only country that writes a human rights report. I think it goes to the heart of what our spokesperson said at the Department of State, that journalists do face systematic and pervasive oppression as they try to hold entities accountable in Bangladesh. And so that's something we're constantly monitoring. Some journalists have had criminal charges open for 6 years, for 3 years. No movement on their cases. They have to go every month and sign their name in the court just to register that they're there. No charges, just an open case. No charge sheet. These are journalists. These are your colleagues. We need to speak more about their cases. We need to talk more about the oppression that some journalists face in this country. It doesn't matter what side you're on. It doesn't matter what party you support. It doesn't matter what your political leaning is. Every journalist has the right to report the facts as they see them. They do not deserve attention, or from any entity into their lives. They do not deserve,